Yeah, Abraham Fletcher is my name. I completed University of Education, Kumasi, where I did diploma in technology education. That program was a pilot program at that time because they want other students to be able to be a product at the Municipal of Education or Regional Education Office or Municipal and the Metro Education and District as well. When we were posted, I was with the notion that I'm going to be posted as a teacher because I'm very versatile, I'm very good in teaching everything, thinking I'm going to be posted to the Municipal Education Office to go and work there, just submit my letter for appointment to go to the classroom to go and teach. When they looked at my postings letter, they saw that I've done a very good content knowledge in technology education. So looking at technology education, they knew very well that I've done a bit of technical and the other aspect. When I got there, not knowing they were having somebody who's acting as the development or the planning officer, who was also a cultural coordinator. So me going there as a municipal, an appointed teacher to go and teach there, and I'm also having this information, content knowledge in planning and development. Straight away, I was given appointment. And in Tema, we are people who are having degrees to work there as officers. Like here you are, a young man sent to Municipal Education Office. Lo and behold, I was given appointment to come and serve as a planning officer. Looking at the rich content knowledge, I started work. So I have to put myself in that condition, be in that posture, and start working. Straight away, I was given my job description. And looking at the content that I did at school and the job description, I fit rightly into the job. So I started working. And lo and behold, by dint of hard work, I rose through the rank and I became the planning officer in charge of the whole directorate in charge of planning and statistics. And that estate is by dint of hard work, because before you can get in there, you might have become a deputy director of education. Once again, I was an assistant director, one in charge of planning and statistics. Because of the content knowledge I have, I was promoted to become the rightful position to become the acting director in charge, acting assistant director one, even though I was assistant director, I was given that position of the deputy director to come and work at the office. And I was in charge of planning and statistics, and my work is widely varied in terms of statistics, planning, then planning work in terms of allocation of furniture, school buildings, infrastructure, maintenance. It's a whole lot of work. But because of hard work, I was able to do my work. I also have rich content knowledge in school census. I was into school census, I was into ADIO, that's Annual District Education Operational Plan. I was into that. I was also into ADPR, Annual District Educational Review Plan. I was into all these things because I was very good in that area. Within a short possible time, a year after, just after I was appointed as a director in charge of planning and statistics, within a short time I was given the opportunity to go into deputy director position because I was having my master's degree in education administration and management, master's in education administration and management, and that promoted me to that level. And within a short time, I had the opportunity. I've served for 2 years as a deputy director, but because of the knowledge, the education expertise, I've worked under GES for 28 years now. And for 17 years, I was working at the Municipal Education Office, or Tema Metro for that matter, for 17 good years. And I've worked with 7 different directors, experienced directors. And when I was given the opportunity, I went for an interview and I was very successful. And I became a district director of education at Bia East, where I was posted to the Western North region. And the Western North region, at my position, I saw that the place was in a total disarray because there are a lot of things needed to be done. The school, the office is not in good shape. We were using a rented premises, and that place too is very devastated in terms of the infrastructure. It was very much dilapidated. And here we are, we don't even have toilet facilities. When you have visitors, how are you going to receive them? Straight away, I have to work myself out. And I really work when I engage people in broad consultation, engagement, and involvement. So over there, I had the opportunity to meet the district chief executive, Mr. Richard Chebri of blessed memory, and was able to purchase for us a glass facility to be used as the office facility. And right from the word go, I was there. Now, before every director can work effectively, you must have your vision, your mission statement, and a strategic plan. What I did was that before I can get my strategic plan and get my vision and mission, I must know the situation on the grounds. So I was engaged in educational tour. I went on working tour. I went on what you call formalization tour. I went through the whole 4 circuits, and I got to realize that there's a problem with management. There's a problem with access and participation. There's a problem with efficiency in management and also quality teaching and learning. And my best area that I also I like using has to do with health. If you don't have good health, how do you go to work? So I added that one as a 4th point, and I came out with my strategic objective. Upon my tour, I got to realize that there's a good work I have to do in terms of maintenance, in terms of management, in terms of training teachers. So straight away, I went into appraisal. They lack appraisal, they need managerial tools, they need to work with equipment, they need to work with machinery, they have to work with management tools. So I sat the people down and took them, my staff down, took them through appraisal. On appraisal, you are given a target, a set target, and before you can meet your expectation, you have to work very hard. So I took them through key resource area, that's your job description, come to the target area where you are expected to meet target, and you go to your remarks. So based on that, I was able to get all the needed information I need. So my teachers went through that, and I was really seeing the results. Another area that I saw was missing was that the teachers lack motivation. I went to the district where the district was about 5 years old. By looking at the situation, nobody has embarked on Ghana Teacher Prize. The whole district, there wasn't any teacher prize. There was no motivation. There wasn't anybody talking to the teachers as I do. I engage them in free, have an open door administration where I allow them to come to share their problems with me, and I help them to solve their own problems. And through that, the office started running smoothly, and we're seeing results. I went to Bia District Education Office with a position of 9th position in BEC ranking. But as at the time that I did my first BEC, the whole Ghana were ranked 6th out of 260 districts that we have in Ghana at the time. After just 1 year at my stay at Bia East, because of my hard work, dedication to work, I was given an opportunity to be promoted or to be given an appointment to work at the Municipal Education Office as Wiawso. So I was given an appointment, reposting to Wiawso Municipal. So as a Wiawso District Director of Education, I've learned a lot, and I've seen that the same problem was also reflecting in Bia and Wiawso. They have management issues, they have issues with teaching and learning, quality teaching and learning. So that problem was running through. We have the FQ system as a policy. And based on the FQ, we have the 3 thematic area that talks about effective management and efficiency. That also have to do with effective teaching and learning or quality teaching and learning. And the last also have to do with access and participation. Those one form the basic objective within which we worked through. So I mapped out strategy. I came out with my mission statement by involving all the staffs in the office, starting from the management. I met the whole staff. We sat down and came out with committee system. People will go into the structure of it, and people will go into the framework of the strategic objective and the plan and the vision. We did just that, and we saw that everything was successful, so we put it down. And the appraiser was a problem. People only go on promotion and then they do the appraisal. But that was a big gap in management. You have to always do appraisal every year. And when you do annual appraisal, realize that you set target, you do mid-year review and the end of year review. When you do the appraisal, you come out with the key resource area that spelled out clearly your job description. And we have a minimum of 3 and a maximum of about 5 areas, key areas, set target, and try to see how best you can meet your target. I took them through right from the primary school teachers to the junior high school teachers, including the headmasters and headmistresses. They were all trained on appraisal. And I could see that the appraiser brought the results because they know that they have to meet their target and expectation. That made them to work effectively and efficiently. So my management problem was solved. Filing was even a challenge. So I took them through filing and everything was systematic. Administratively, we were all working perfectly. Then later, I saw also that there's a challenge in respect to teaching, quality teaching and learning. So I have to resort into coming out with committee system. People will go on monitoring and also identify the weakness and also move ahead to be able to solve all these challenges. So I have to design CPDs, continuous professional development, and based on that we are able to identify their weakness and straight away hit that place very high. So based on the achievements, based on the CPD, continuous professional development, we saw massive improvement in teaching and learning, and that has really reflected in our results in BEC. BEC 2019, we had a presidential award. The best female in the Western North region came from Sefwi Wiawso. Then in 2022, we have the best male and female category coming from Sefwi Wiawso Municipal Directorate. Why? Because of the strategic plan I put in place and the best practices. What are those best practices that I'm talking about? To be able to work effectively, you must come up with best practices on the Sport Bright. And my Sport Bright are very simple. When the teachers teach with respect to coming out with their lesson notes or what you call the scheme of learning, you have to work out your scheme of learning, put all those things in place, then work according to plan. Then we also have the monitoring committee where we go out and also see to it that teaching and learning is done and is done effectively. You have the monitoring team in place. So based on that, I came up with what we call meet your candidates. And also, we also have what you call excellent conference. But this excellent conference was organized by Ken Rose Gold Mines Limited. So they come out with this program and we partner them because we are expertise on the field of teaching and learning, that is education. So we have the S&M planning and S&M. We also have the exam and then HR, exam coordinator, and then myself. When we put them, we groom them about the examination, the rules and regulation about examination. Then we school them through their career that you want in future, and based on that, their case are able to do very well. But when we talk about meet your candidates, what aspect actually we do special is that we go for examiners who are well trained, who knows in and out of the examination. We have the core subjects and the other subjects, but we basically narrow it down to the core subject, and later we come out with other subject areas, and they were able to do very well in terms of BC. No wonder I was recording those good ranks. In Sefwi also, looking at the national ranking, we were 4th out of 255 that came 2020. June 2020, BEC 2020 were ranked 4th out of 255. So when you work actually with the best practices, it works. And where we have community schools, and schools are around the area, what we can do best is that you can let the children also do what we call prep. Prep is also one of the best practices. So at Abodium and Pagwasi, they won presidential, they did very well, and they have been selected by the president. For mathematics in BEC 2020, what we saw was that out of over 400,000 capacity candidates who sat for the BEC in mathematics, in Sefwi also recorded 10 students out of 19 students selected by the government. They took 100 students who passed 100% in mathematics, and out of that they narrowed it down to the 19. And out of the 19, 10 students were coming from Sefwi also. Now the 10, we have 9 in Abodium, MA, JHS, and also have 1 in Pagwasi, MA, GHS. When it comes to senior high school, we have best SHS, best in practical agriculture. Why? Because of the best practices. I remember we went to board meeting, and the board meeting we saw that the agriculture aspect is going down. So we told them, what can we do special? We sought a team. And based on the co-opted team from the board of governors, we started working. We expanded the scope of agriculture. No wonder a year after, we won a presidential award, the best SHS in practical agriculture presidential award. And that was done on the 6th of November 2020 at Techima, Farmers Day, 66th Farmers Day in Ghana. We won that award for Wiawso Senior High School. So I'm saying that if you want the director who has worked very hard in the municipality or working in Ghana, best in administration, the best teacher in administration, then we are going for Mr. Abraham Fletcher. He's the Municipal Director of Education for Wiawso Municipality. I've worked in so many areas in various capacities. I'm the Secretary to Conference of Directors of Education. I also double as the SIC FSL Provident Fund for Code, and I'm the Secretary to the Board of Trustees. And I'm also the Secretary to Wiawso Western North Region, where I happen to be the Regional Secretary. And also working in the Directorate in the Western North Region, I also work with the Regional Director as the Ghana Teacher Prize Promoter. So we have set what we call a team, Ghana Teacher Prize Team at the Western North Region, where I'm the Chairman of the committee. And I also double as the Chairman for Retreat Committee in Western North Region. So we are working very hard in Western Region, Western North Region. For everything we are on top. We are working very hard because we want to achieve the result for the children. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sir Abraham Fletcher. Now let's look at what others have to say about Mr. Abraham Fletcher.
My name is Mr. Emmanuel Esumani, the District Director of Education for Sefwi Wiawso, and I'm here to give brief commendation about Mr. Abraham Fletcher. Mr. Abraham Fletcher is the Municipal Director of Education for Wiawso Municipal. He's one of our colleague directors posted to Bia East in the Western North Region in 2018. In 2019, he was reposted to Wiawso Municipal Education Office. Due to his hard work and dedication, he was elected as the Vice Secretary to the Western North Conference of Directors of Education. And at 28th National Annual Conference at Ho, he was elected as the Secretary for National Code and also a member of Board of Trustees of SIC FSL Code Provident Fund. During his tenure of office at Bia East Education Office, through his initiative and lobbying skills, an abundant lead block project, which was meant for establishment of Adabo Chrome SHS in the Bia East, was continued. The project is currently completed and being enrolled through CSSPS for 2022 academic year. He is the chairman of the Ghana Teacher Prize for Western North Regional Committee team. I wouldn't hesitate to commend him for Best Teacher in Administration category.
I am Felix Akumena, Finance and Administrating Officer for Municipal Education Directorate of Wiawso. Mr. Abraham Fletcher was posted to Wiawso Municipality in the year 2019 when he took over from Director MFA, who was acting after Director T.C. Achampong retired from the chief service. On assumption of duty, Mr. Abraham Fletcher brought together the management and the entire staff of the directorate to develop a new vision and a mission statement, and also drew a strategic plan which talks about the policy direction of the municipality. He again felt the need to improve academic work of the students and the teachers in the municipality, and as a result planned some trainings for teachers throughout the municipality. He, being somebody who is a game player, was able to train people in Bia East District, where he was initially posted, where he schooled a teacher to win 2022-2019 Ghana Teacher Prize Award. He then transferred this idea to the municipality and moved around the municipality to educate teachers to get involved in the Ghana Teacher Prize. This education yielded result in 2021, where a teacher called Michael Toby from Domiabra Primary School won the primary school division in the 2021 Ghana Teacher Prize, which was held in Sunyani. Mr. Fletcher never relented in his efforts, and at the same time organized a CPD workshops for all the teachers in the municipality. He never joked with his work and felt that there was a need to involve all stakeholders. As a result, he almost all the time moved to the municipal assembly and the Nananum to inform them what is happening in the educational front in the municipality and the support that is required from them. Currently, the municipal directorate office complex is under renovation with the support from his ingenuity and then Nananum through the Chirano Gold Mines. The municipality is having a new facelift and the maintenance of the work.
My name is Michael Ntori, a teacher in the Wiawso Municipality in the Western North region. An awardee for the 2021 Ghana Teacher Prize, that's primary category. I commend Director Abraham Fletcher for the 2022 Best Teacher in Administration. Director Fletcher has been in the municipality from 2019. Upon his assumption of duty, he met teachers in the municipality on circuit base. Also, he embarked on school-to-school visits to study the terrain in which he is coming to work in. After this, he then organized a bigger workshop for teachers on appraisal. This appraisal workshop helped us to set target for ourselves and to know our weakness and strength as to how we are making progress in our teaching field. The target, we used to do media review to know whether we are achieving the set target or if we are making progress or not. This appraisal has helped to set a better target, and it has helped to improve upon the teaching standard, because every teacher in one way or the other tries to raise the target that he or she has set for himself. After this workshop, he then organized a CPD workshop for teachers in the municipality. This CPD that he organized helped us to sharpen our practices and skills.
The 2019 National Best Teacher in Ghana. I am to introduce Director Abraham Fletcher. This director is a different director. I got to know Director Fletcher when I was applying for the Ghana Teacher Prize in 2019. He was then the acting district director for Bia West, combining Bia West and Bia East. Anytime you needed this director, unlike other directors, you just pick your phone, you call him, director, I need this. Director will assure you that within some few minutes I will be there. and lo and behold, director will be there to attend to you. And it is not only me who is saying it. If you ask all teachers that have had the privilege to work under this extraordinary director, they will confirm to you that this director is a different kind of director. I wish him the best, and if there is anybody I think who is more qualified for this award, then I think the award should be given to Director Fletcher. And moreover, he is assisting so many teachers to tell their story through the Ghana Teacher Prize platform. He is grooming teachers. He is encouraging teachers to apply for the Ghana Teacher Prize awards. And a lot of teachers, last year, he produced me in 2019. He was able to produce another teacher last year, and he is doing wonders. The welfare of teachers is at his heart. And I'll be very grateful if the selection team will consider Director Fletcher, because he really deserves it. Thank you.
Mr. Fletcher is not only seen as someone who is only much concerned about his directorship position, but also shows concern towards the poor. Let's hear from a beneficiary of some of his philanthropic work.
I'm a person of Gladys Mamisiali. I'm here to talk about Mr. Abraham Fletcher for what he has done for me throughout my education. First of all, he helped me in my previous schools from primary to GHS and to secondary to university. He started taking care of me when there was no need, when there was no financial support for me throughout my families and other relatives. He take good care of me, my books. He made sure I was well fed, I was well good managed in home and all schools. He also helped me in my GHS. When I was in GHS, there were so many things that he was also doing it for me, and he also discovered me in my true sports activities, and through him I was able to get a scholarship to SS. In SS, he was there for me in my provisions, everything, my uniform, my books, my everything I needed in school whilst I was having a scholarship. So from there, I had a scholarship to university, development of studies. That's Tamale. He helped me in there, and I'm using a scholarship in university. I'm a training teacher now, and I'm offering basic education. Now I've completed diploma, and I'm having diploma certificate, and I'm doing top up. So I'm a degree student. Goes to Mr. Abraham Fletcher for the wonderful things he has done for me throughout my education. God richly bless you, and I really love you so much. Thank you.
Wow. As has been seen so far, Mr. Abraham Fletcher does not only involve himself in only such activities, but activities such as Global Hand Washing Day, soliciting for PPEs to support government-owned. He even provides books to schools to improve their reading. He involves himself in promoting Green Ghana Day, and even takes part in communal labor in communities where he resides. These and many others is what Mr. Fletcher is known for. Thank you.
Oh, we thank you, Lord. We thank you, Lord. We lift our voices. We thank you for all you've done, for all you're going to do. Oh, we bless you, we bless you, we bless you, we bless you, Lord.